I wanted. If you ask the girls over in the makeup trailer on Dancing with the Stars, what was Cheryl's favorite look that she would have worn every single show day for 26 seasons, they would say a smoky eye. All right, guys, let's have some fun, shall we? Today we're doing a split face makeup look. One side is what I used to do. The other is what I do now that I'm 41. I have to say I've come a long way when it comes to my makeup, beauty regimen in general, makeup application, techniques, and overall just a lot less, like a lot less makeup. And let's be real, in my early 20s, I was fresh off the competitive circuit of ballroom dancing where this was not enough makeup, okay? This was like a, let's go get some coffee makeup. Obviously, as we evolve, which we do as humans, so does the makeup. And I definitely appreciate less is more, no makeup, though I still pay my respects to this structured brow because a part of me doesn't want to cut that umbilical cord just yet. Let's get started. So we're gonna make this side be then, starting with skincare. I did absolutely nothing. No prep, no hydration, just vibes. Club vibes to be exact. I just never did any type of skincare in my 20s. All I cared about were tanning beds and booze and nightclubs. But now we prep. So this side gets the full treatment. Double cleansing, using an oil cleanser to take off makeup, an antioxidant brightening serum, liquid moisturizer, and of course, SPF. Your skincare is really the base of everything. And trust me, okay? Trust your elders. Hydrated skin is absolutely forgiving. So we're just gonna push this beautiful Caudalie Vino Perfect brightening serum just on my poor half of my face. My other half is gonna have major FOMO. While I'm waiting for Caudalie to activate, I'm gonna just add my lip mask. It's so light, yet glossy. So next I'm gonna use Sarah Creol's liquid moisturizer. This product is considered luxury and it's quite expensive, but again, if you're heading into the mature skin era like I am, investing in skincare is actually such a great investment, more than makeup products. I keep forgetting I'm only using half of my face, but you can always put the product on the back of your hand. Before I start my structured brow from the Ghost of Christmas Past side, Skin Iceland mask only on one side. Now you'll be able to tell the difference because I'm gonna have this on for quite some time while I do different orders, because if we're really gonna be authentic to what I used to do back then, I did foundation first as opposed to putting on eyeshadow. Something in common that I still do to this day is brows. So let's start with structured, angry looking brow, singular. A structured stencil to help me outline what that brow entailed. I'm using Urban Decay's Brow Blade, and we're not gonna care about the hair-like strokes because that's not what we did. So remember, I was coming straight off the competitive world of ballroom dancing where natural was definitely not celebrated. I mean, if you just see, look how sad this eye looks compared to this one, just saying. Yes, sirree. I'm gonna use Master Matte's Makeup by Mario's Master Matte's eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna go in with both of these shades. Oh my God, this is so crazy. We have filled in any blank sparse areas. Yes, we have. I'm just gonna use the darker side to the dark brown Anastasia brow powder palette. I'm gonna first draw a line just underneath the brow. Okay. I mean, I still think this looks great. I don't know. Now I'm gonna go in and make hair-like strokes using the same Anastasia brow powder, using her brow brush as well, and I'm just to fill in any areas that need to be filled in, okay? Okay, so now that this brow is done, I'm gonna go in with a light flick of the Rare Beauty eyebrow gel, just a tiny little bit. Obviously, what I see now, since I definitely had brow dysmorphia as well, but the shape enhances my actual natural brow, which just feels fresh and definitely doesn't like restructure my face. It just makes me look a lot more approachable, I would say. Brows should really frame your face, right? Not steal the spotlight. I'm gonna start foundation now on the then side, and I'm gonna use Maybelline's Matte and Poreless Liquid Foundation that is about 5 shades darker than what I should be wearing. I'm gonna just paint it on as I did. Remember, there's no skin prep, and oh my God, it's just on my dry combination normal dry skin, which most likely will end up streaking. Mind you though, in my defense, I was definitely that shade, but that would be like a fresh body makeup just got done type skin tone, right? Like from set of Dancing with the Stars. Shout out to Nadej, who has seen all of us at our most vulnerable, meaning in our birthday suits, making our skin, trying to make our skin not look so orange on HD television. Thank God for her. She is the best in the business. She actually does body makeup for Avatar as well. Can you imagine? This is what I would do, folks. And my hair was like really black and very short. She's coming back. So next on the oh so natural side that I truly appreciate nowadays. First, primer. Didn't know what primer was back then. And I'm gonna use Rare Beauty's primer, eyeshadow primer. I've been having issues with my eyelids, guys. Kids, start wearing sunscreen on your eyelids, like I'm not kidding. I'm gonna use Rare Beauty's concealer brush that is a little deformed because of clearly the way I abuse my brushes. Charlotte Tilbury's Flawless Filter, as always, for those of you that are not new to my channel. And we're gonna just wait till the dust leaves the brush. Because again, we don't want cakiness, tarte, shape tape, thick ass concealer. Just directly go straight in, massive triangle. Yep. And half of my head. Oh, we need more product. Yep, that's what we're doing. When people reference how like makeup application has to change as you also get older and change, this is what they mean. Like, we can't do this anymore. If you are watching this and you have mature skin as well, like we cannot be just directly applying without any thought. Though it looks great and trendy online, unless if it's like a specific eyeshadow application, let's say, we should never really copy people's or like meaning step-by-step routine, because everybody's so different. Can't forget, I learned that at an early age, cutting the crease. We're gonna get snatched. Snatching my face was #1 priority other than getting a vodka soda in my hand. I loved MAC. MAC was my favorite. And I'm gonna go in with I'm gonna just go in. Go big or go home. Didn't even do that back then, so I don't know why I'm doing it now. But yeah, that's what we're doing. We're just gonna contour as the concealer dries on my face, because that's definitely what I did. And just to clarify, by no means am I mocking the amazing artists, makeup artists, hair artists on set of Dancing with the Stars. This is how I did my makeup when we weren't rolling, okay? Got another MAC palette that I definitely used back then. We're gonna go dark. Ready? I am. Okay, there we are. That's more like it. Oh my God, I'm so dirty. Oh my God. Okay, we're doing the head. I definitely was a little self-conscious of how big my dome was. And we're just gonna make it look like, we're gonna turn this 5 head into a 3 head, hopefully. I wonder, I was like, do I have dirt on my cheek? Like, I would say that a lot. Let's blend. I'm gonna do exactly what I did, which was brush it off my face for that streaky, cool girl look. Oh, and we also put concealer on the lips, so just in case you were wondering. Next, I'm going to use Patrick Ta's She's Bronzed. I'm going to start with using the powder. Go in lightly just at the crease of my natural 41-year-old Cheryl side. Blend that into the crease and then just go down the nose. Barely touching the brush to my face, to be quite honest. Eye color quad. I do love these colors together. It really gives a beautiful natural finish. The lightest shade just all over the eye, basically. I'm forgetting I have eye patches on, so it's okay if a little bit of residue falls. So now I'm gonna lightly use the darkest color here. Also, I've noticed too, with like any glittery products, though you can't take the glitter out of the ballroom dancer, it is important to not put so much on. What I used to do was just the more the merrier, and you'll see this here. Like, it took me 2 seconds to do my eyeshadow in the past. I hated blending. I didn't know how, and it just took too long. Instead of using an actual eyeliner, I'm going to do what I do now, which is brown eyeshadows. As far as like my top liner goes, instead of putting it all across the top line, like halfway in to the top line from the outer corner, making a little bit of a like wing, a tiny wing. It just creates such a softer look, and it actually does open up my eyes. I'm gonna use Urban Decay's Whiskey and carefully follow this line that I already have here. All right, so that's the extent of how far I'm gonna go with my eyes, with my eye, that is. Rare Beauty, this is a gorgeous color. I'm just gonna really smile, like that's how I applied blush. I smiled so that, oh God, on my teeth, so that I would get it on the apples of my cheeks. So it was like contour, blush, and then highlight. Actually highlight everywhere. We didn't really blend, remember, like what I said, so this was the extent of it, especially if this makeup was done in like, come get ready with me in 3 minutes. I'm now gonna powder using, this is still the best powder out there. I just got a fresh batch, but I do love me some RCMA as well, foundation, but I overdid it with this. So here's what that looks like. This is definitely just for my head. Like it's not gonna cover it all, but I always just overdid it with powder. So I would powder everywhere because I was also very young, right? So like there was no trace or like even hints of fine lines anywhere on my body. More blush, but this time I'm gonna use a similar shade, YSL's Make Me Blush in shade 83. And we're gonna apply. We're gonna apply a lot, because you know why? Even back then, what fades first and the fastest? Cheeks. So I never really cared if I had too much on, knowing that by the time I had my first drink down in my system, it would look natural. Thoughts? I'm gonna take off this beautiful eye patch. So I just always remind myself to stick with the like brown earthy tones rather than the blacks. Another trick I learned was that if you have, like you can see I have fine lines here, right? Is to actually bring the eyeshadow, like an eyeshadow that's almost similar to your skin tone. And if you bring it down like to where your actual fine lines are, and obviously don't go too dark because then it'll just look like you're doing the walk of shame. And then you avoid putting any concealer there. I'm gonna go in using a dark brown mascara, Lancome's Idol Lash. I'm gonna get a clean spoolie so I don't put too much. It's all in the detailing. This is why it takes me 3 minutes to do makeup like this, because there's no such thing as making anything precise. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to eyeshadow. We're gonna use my favorite because I saw this in my mom's makeup drawers when I was a little kid. So as soon as I made my own money, this is one of the first things I got. And we would just slap this big boy onto the lid like so. Oh my God. Because all I wanted, if you ask the girls over in the makeup trailer on Dancing with the Stars, what was Cheryl's favorite look that she would have worn every single show day for 26 seasons, they would say a smoky eye. and it never was smoky enough. Okay, we're gonna fix this, don't worry. I know I'm exaggerating. I definitely made sharp lines like that. We're lifting the eye. Blending was not my priority. It was, okay, this was the order of operations in my head. Contour, smoky, tan, in no particular order. Lisa Rinna was on season 2 as a celebrity contestant, obviously, and she taught me that as well. The tanner you are, the better your body looks. Like, it is a fun, it is facts. Like, why do bodybuilders, why are they always so tan? For that reason, duh. And then I would go back and forth at least 40 times on each eye. I used the glitter and I went in, like in. I'm gonna use Victoria Beckham's Kajal Satin Eyeliner. I want you guys to see the difference. So on the waterline, bottom waterline, go all across my eye. Okay. Eyelash time. So I wouldn't let the glue dry or anything. I just go directly from the glue to the eyelash. So I'm not gonna put eyelashes on my now side because I wouldn't do that for everyday makeup. But if I were to put lashes on, I'd use Self-Stick Velour or Ardell's pre-glued eyelashes and put it actually underneath my eyelash, not over the top. So this should be interesting because I haven't done this in, I'd say, a few years. Got glue also everywhere. My whole theory when it comes to eyelashes and opening up my eye, because that was the goal, was not to put it too close to the lash line, to actually put it above the lash line so that you could see space between the fake eyelash and my real eyelash, which was not cute. Okay, let's move on to foundation finally on the now side, shall we? Givenchy's Prism Libre. This is a glow serum foundation, which I'm actually so obsessed with. This is a newer foundation for me, at least. I don't know how long it's been on the market, and I barely use any. I put like one pump maybe, but I am just gonna lightly tap. Now I also, because I did hydrate on this side, I normally would, if I'm trying to do like long lasting makeup, for example, I would get a beauty blender and just spray it down with Rare Beauty. But I'm gonna take this off as soon as I'm done filming this, so I don't need to really set it into the skin as much. I'm gonna avoid, like I said, right under where my fine lines start. Such a beautiful glow, but it's not like too glowy. Like I find Patrick Ta's foundation, though it's beautiful, it's just a little too much, a little too glowy for me. So I'm going to use the YSL Touche Eclat a little bit wherever I want highlight or to brighten. Right here of my eye, I have a little too much product. Out here, a little bit like this, just a little bit. And down the nose a little bit. I only did one little pump out. But I used to use this all the time. I don't know why I stopped. I think it's because I was obviously trying out new products. But this is my holy grail, one of them for sure. Instead of like an actual bronzing contour or whatever product, I'm gonna be using Makeup by Mario's. This is Soft Sculpt in the shade Medium. And I love this because it's super subtle. Just lightly, look how beautiful that is. It just has that beautiful glow. And I'm just gonna blend it in just with the highlighting contour pen. Next, I'm going to be using Givenchy's Prism Libre in shade 3. Barely, I put a little bit too much in my hand, but I'm not even going to powder underneath my eyes. I'm literally going to just lightly, barely touch the brush to my face and just lightly swipe where I don't want to be shiny. I have all this extra product. You know what? I can't waste it. And we're gonna do a little bit of blush now using Patrick Ta's Dual Blush in the shade She's Blushing. I have a little bit drier skin, so I'm gonna use his technique, which is to add the powder blush first. Very pigmented, so if you haven't used this yet and you just got it, let's say, be careful. And I'm just gonna add a little bit, that was a lot, to not the apples of my cheek, but a little higher into the temples. And I'm gonna put the cream blush, just a little tiny bit right there as well, to add like a glow, but also to add a little hydration. Okay, so now I'm gonna use just a tiny amount of the cream, just right at the very top, where I would actually put a little bit of highlighter as well later. Look how beautiful that is. I mean, look at the difference, you guys. My face looks sunk in, like it looks like it's being pulled down by gravity. Whenever I would go in with highlighter, I would just apply something really bright and just do so like on top of the blush, and I'd go to town. And then I would use the residue. I mean, look at this. Anyway, okay, what a waste. This stuff isn't cheap. I'm gonna put Dior's highlighter in the appropriate places, which is there. I don't really need highlighter actually, because it's so glossy as it is. I'm gonna use my finger. At the very top of the brow bone, even that's too much. MAC Spice. And we're gonna overline the whole lip, like so, okay? Here we are. Then from here, we're gonna use a matte lipstick, like Skin by Kim, her nude matte lipstick. And we're not gonna wear gloss because I hated gloss with a passion. So there's that side. We are done. We are complete. Gonna use Anastasia's Muted Mauve on this side, overline the top part of my lip and bottom. And then I'm going to, I have a mark here because of my zit, so I'm just gonna go now back into the line of my actual natural lips and just do a straight line from there to where I just overlined. Now I'm gonna use Tom Ford's lipstick in Spanish Pink, and I'm gonna use a lip brush. The reason why I use a lip brush, which I never did in the past, I just went straight in for the kill, as you saw. You wanna blend in the lip liner to the lipstick. Another thing I noticed too, as I've aged gracefully, nudes are no good for me. I look like a walking corpse. So I like to go towards more of the, if I still wanna be more natural, towards like the pinky nudie, not like Barbie doll pink or frosted pink, that frosted pink from MAC. If you're a millennial, you know what I'm saying. A similar tone lip gloss. This is Anastasia's. I'll put everything in the description box below. And just a little bit, just the center part of the lips, or in this case, half the center, and blend with my finger. This isn't about shaming our younger selves. We did what we knew, right? So those looks definitely had their moment. And now I know what flatters me the most, what enhances my natural features, what makes me feel confident in this version of my skin. And this happens to be what I felt confident in my 20s. So if you're in your 40s or even just tired of like fighting your face like I am, welcome to the soft, glowy side. You earned it, folks. Your skin is allowed to change. This is normal. Your routine is allowed to evolve. And your glow, well, it never left. It just needed better lighting and just a little bit more hydration maybe. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know below what makeup product did you have to break up with after 35? Because there were a lot of breakups in my world of makeup. Age is a privilege, so let's wear it well. Until next time, bye.